So I'm pretty confident now that I found, excuse me, the reason why that POA was doing its thing. I came out, I put a cut on the yard. It needed one. I didn't realize it had gotten that tall. But what I realized is happening right here, this is a spot I just kicked the dirt over. Over here is another spot. Over here, there's another spot. Over here, there are several spots. And then when I came over to this side, the easement, I found a number of spots over here. And I just filled the grass back in. But what I realized is that squirrels have been really hitting my lawn. And I'm finding that I now would see the squirrels come out. All of this is squirrel bearing their acorns, and they are just as cute as they can be. And I went online and tried to find some humane way of dealing with them because they really are just adorable. I love to sit in my window and just kind of watch them out here doing their thing. But what I realized is that a number of places where I found the POA growing was literally where I can see the spots where the squirrels were digging. And not only were the squirrels digging in these spots, they were actually digging up the roots. This POA, I've been asking myself, Alfonso, how in the world could you have missed so much POA? And I realized coming out here, putting a cut on it, I was seeing these spots where the squirrels had actually pulled the grass up to the root. And right next to those spots, or even in the POA, was where the squirrels were burying their nuts. And what I believe happened is that they got the POA in there under their claws or whatever squirrels have. They got the POA in there and they started spreading, and they were digging down to the root. So I was finding little spots of POA. I came out, I said I wanted to cut this down to 3 inches. I can see it's starting to go into dormancy, but it's actually still growing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put another cut on it this lawn growing season. But as I was walking around cutting the grass, I was shocked at the number of spots that the squirrels had buried their acorns. And once again, wherever I saw these spots, that's where the squirrels were burying. And now I'm just not sure how to go about humanely dealing with this next year. I really don't mind coming out and filling in those spots. I don't mind. Squirrels are going to do their thing. I'm a nature guy, and I know they were here first, so I want them to do their thing. But wow, I would see them out here on a regular basis. I didn't know that they were doing so much damage to the lawn. And when I say so much damage, I mean, if you look at the lawn, it's still, actually, I think it's looking amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The urea I hit it with a few months back, last month, I'm sorry. It still has it nice and green. I think it's the cultivar with that Jonathan Green TTTF. So the lawn is actually still looking really good. I walked up and down the neighborhood and just driving in the neighborhood, and this is the pride of the neighborhood. My wife saw me out cutting the grass, and she stopped the car, and she came back and she gave me a kiss, and she said, "You are really taking care of this yard." So it is looking good, but I'm almost positive I found the source of this. I'm almost positive that this POA that just seemed to have spread out of nowhere. It just spread out of nowhere. And looking at the spots where the squirrels had been digging, this is it. And this right here, this was new grass. I hit it with the tenacity. I hit it with some other um, products when I put it down, when I put the new grass down, and it came up and it was all green. Spectricide is what I also use. And it just like this plot over here. This is all new grass, TTTF. But then right here, that's where the squirrels hit. Right here is where the squirrels hit. So all of this was green. The POA is over here. And I noticed that I now have spots here and what was new grass like right here. But I saw holes where the squirrels had dug over there. So I'm sure that they came over here, dropped that POA over here, and that's what I'm dealing with. So overall, this has really been up and down lawn care season, and the grass is just looking really, really, really good. Got family coming over for Thanksgiving tomorrow, and yeah, this is definitely my pride. And even having neighbors come up and down and saying, "Hey, man, I really enjoy looking at your yard, and I looked at your channel, and I see what you're doing." But yeah, I could certainly use some advice on how to humanely deal with this issue. I love sitting in my sunroom and having a cup of coffee, and we have just a lot of nature out here where I am. We have eagles, we have hawks, we have some of everything out here. We have robins, we have blue jays, we have cardinals. You name it, we have it. So I enjoy coming out here and just enjoying nature. Every now and then I even have snakes going around there. I'm not a snake fan, but hey, they stay on there, around there and outside, so I'm cool with that. But I really need to figure out a way to deal with the squirrels so that I'm not dealing with the same problem next year. Yeah, we even have said hawks and eagles around here, and I've seen them come around. As a matter of fact, ironically enough, up there on that perch, there is a hawk just sitting up there looking for a meal. It's a his and her hawk. I think it's a his and her hawk. I've seen them fly around a few times, but where that hawk is in that tree, that is the tree out there where a lot of the squirrels come in. So I haven't seen the squirrels in a few days. Maybe they kind of got wind that this hawk was going to be around and be on the prowl. I know it's nature, you know, it's got to eat also. And I don't want to see it eat the squirrels, but well, I wish you could just kind of come and perch in these trees and be an effective deterrent for next year. But hey, guys, the lawn growing season has been difficult, but stuck with it. Continue to put my products down, continue to put my biostimulants in, continue to hit it with everything, the NPG, you name it, I hit it with it. And it's just a pleasure to actually sit out here and see the grass looking this good. Hey, you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm going to be posting more videos. I'm sure I'm going to get another video or two about the yard on here, but then I'm going to be posting more videos about some of the projects that I've been doing with more of the carpentry things in the house. Y'all have a blessed New Year. I'm sorry, blessed Thanksgiving.